Cutting versus recomp. Here we go. Ooh, they watched a Dr. Mike's video on recomp. So Dr. Mike Israetel, Renaissance Periodization YouTube channel. Great information. Go check him out. He's a exercise physiologist. He's actually a professor. He teaches this stuff. Has a PhD and all the good stuff. So definitely smarter than me when it comes to this stuff. However, I do have perspectives that he doesn't. So I'll try to give it a slightly different one. He mentioned that your progress slows. You should either choose bulking or cutting. However, I don't understand the difference between recomp and cutting. In both methods, you need to eat in a calorie deficit and do resistance training. Can someone explain the difference? So I would actually challenge this, that you said during a recomp and cutting, you need to eat in a calorie deficit in both of them and do resistance training. Yes, you should absolutely do resistance training regardless if you're bulking, cutting, maintaining, because that's going to be the stimulus for your muscle to basically say, hey, we want to keep this. We don't want to lose the muscle, and we want to preserve all that lean mass. But the calorie deficit, I have heard and I've seen some people do recomps where they eat a little bit above their maintenance calories. So they eat maybe 100 to 200 calories over. You've maybe heard the term called main gaining. Greg Doucette actually kind of made that popular. I really enjoy that term. But it's this idea of you're eating just a little bit above your maintenance calories. So you're really basically eating at maintenance, but just a little bit more than that. So you're getting a slight surplus. So you're able slight surplus. So you're getting a little bit of extra nutrients to help you recover, but not too much where you're going to gain a bunch of extra fat. And that's how I would do recomping. So find your maintenance calories using the NIH body weight calorie calculator. Type that into Google. Find your maintenance calories, and then maybe eat 100 to 200 calories more than that a day. That's not much. That's an extra protein bar. That's an extra 2 small potatoes. That's 1 serving of peanut butter. Not a whole lot of extra calories you're working with there. So yeah, but cutting is basically going to be a lot less calories. So usually cutting, I would say, would be 300 to 500 calories less than doing the calories that it took in that body weight calorie calculator. So we'll just use a prime example here. 3,000 calories. Let's say you put it in that you need to eat 3,000 calories to maintain your weight. This is not the same for everyone. And in fact, most people cannot maintain weight on 3,000 calories. They're going to gain weight. But let's just say you do 3,000 calories. A recomping for this would, in my mind, be eating about 3,100 to 3,200 calories. So a very tiny, slight bulk. Cutting would be eating 300 to 500 less calories than that. So eating roughly 2,500 to 2,700 calories would be a cutting version of this. Neither of these methods are really good or bad. They have pros and cons. Cutting, you're going to lose a lot more fat very quicker, but you'll also lose more muscle quicker. When it comes to the recomping is essentially staying basically at your same body weight and body fat, and you are not going to really gain a whole lot of muscle or a whole lot of fat, but you're just getting a little bit of extra calories to help you recover and build a little bit of strength. So ideally, you're going to be able to slowly change your body composition where you will this happens very slowly gain fat, nobody wants that, gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. But this is very slow in coming. And I honestly think most people, if you want fast results and if you want noticeable changes, cutting and bulking is probably your best bet. But for me, I'm at a position where I really don't care, per se. I don't really care about getting really, really lean. I don't care about getting really, really huge and big and a lot of muscle. So I pretty much just main gain. I pretty much just set a calorie goal that's basically right at my maintenance or a little bit above my maintenance every day. And I pretty much just eat that year round. I don't really have cutting and bulking because I like the way I look. I like the way my strength is. So it's just kind of a perpetual, very slow increase in hopefully strength and muscle the rest of my life. But, you know, after you live for a while too, there's kind of diminishing returns. So hopefully that answers a lot of questions. I went into a lot of different facets. Cutting, you're basically eating a lot less calories. Recomping, you could do it where you're eating less calories, but I like to recomp with just a couple hundred extra calories to your maintenance calories.